Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to TTP Sports. Tonight was a pitching duel. Tonight was an absolute pitching duel between Jacob deGrom and Aaron Nola. Both of those guys dominate, and the result turned into a Mets 1-0 victory over the Phillies. The Phillies fall in the second game of the series. The bats just couldn't find a way to hit Jacob deGrom, and Jacob deGrom was just absolutely nasty tonight, gunning 100-mile, 101, 102-mile an hour miles just consistently. I find it very difficult to be upset with this loss. I cannot be mad. You do have the chance in the top of the ninth inning, 2 runners on to take the lead with Nick Castellanos out there. Was basically your only chance of the ball game. Edwin D is out there. Yeah, he was spiking a lot of those sliders. I just cannot be mad about this game. I can't. I cannot be mad about this game. I know a lot of people are going to be very frustrated with Nick Castellanos, rightfully so. I can't put it in myself to be upset with this loss. It was a pitcher's duel throughout. The Mets bullpen was really good. Aaron Nola went the distance. Basically, he pitched a complete game in this ball game. He went 8 innings, dominated. The first 2 innings, he allowed a run in the first inning, and you could tell in those first 2 the command wasn't there, but he settled in and dominated the rest of the way. The Phillies batch just couldn't hit Jacob deGrom. That's basically the entire summary of this game. And I can't be mad with this. I know there's going to be a lot of people that are mad with this loss because you had that chance in the top of the ninth inning, but I can't be mad. I cannot be mad at all. If you told me coming into this week that the Phillies would be facing 3 of the top pitchers in the National League in Sandy Alcantara, Max Scherzer, and Jacob deGrom, and you beat 2 out of the 3 games, that is fantastic that you managed to beat 2 of the best pitchers in the National League in the span of a week. It was a very slim chance that you were going to beat Jacob deGrom tonight after beating Max Scherzer and Sandy Alcantara. I know a lot of people are going to be saying, offense is going through a slump. But when the past 4 nights, when you've played against the best pitchers in the league, I know Thursday's game against Miami, it was Edward Cabrera was out there on the mound. He's nasty as well. So that was another very good young pitcher. So in the past 4 games, you faced really good pitching. It's no surprise why the offense isn't scoring many runs. You faced Sandy Alcantara. You faced a very good young pitcher in Edward Cabrera on Thursday. You faced Max Scherzer yesterday and found a way to beat him. You also found a way to beat Sandy Alcantara. And you faced Jacob deGrom tonight. I was barely expecting the Phillies to score maybe 1-2 runs. I was barely expecting that. I wasn't expecting, I thought Aaron Nola was going to be really good tonight. I didn't think he was going to be this good. Aaron Nola, that's going to shut a lot of the haters up because he went out there in a game that the Phillies really needed him to pitch really well in. Yeah, granted they lost the game, but this is a huge confidence boost for Aaron Nola with the way he pitched tonight. 8 innings pitched, only 4 hits allowed. He retired 17, 18 in a row at one point, so he was dominant. Same thing with deGrom. deGrom is just nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Even though he only went 6 innings, 75 pitches, deGrom's clocking 10 strikeouts, 100-mile an hour consistently through the 5th, 6th inning. So Aaron Nola, 8 innings, 4 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts on 96 pitches. His ERA drops to 3.07. Aaron Nola was, after those first 2 innings, he was on a different level. On a completely different level. I cannot be upset at this loss. I just cannot at all. You still have a chance to win the series tomorrow with your ace on the mound in Zack Wheeler. And yes, you're not facing the level of pitchers tomorrow that you have been in the past couple of days, but it's still no knock on Chris Bassitt because Chris Bassitt's still a really good pitcher. Do I want the offense to have a better showcase tomorrow? Yes, I definitely do. But these first 2 games against the Mets have been a battle. Both teams have been in it, and it's been really entertaining. And I said to myself coming into this series, if the Phillies were battling through every single game of this series against the Mets, that's going to prove me something. If you find a way to win the series, that's going to prove me something even more. But if you showcase that you battled every single game, that's a lot of positive to take away from it. It's a lot of positivity to take away from it. I wasn't expecting the offense to burst out for 5-7 runs against Jacob deGrom, especially against Max Scherzer either, Sandy Alcantara. the pitching that they faced this week have been good. So it was granted that the offense wasn't going to go on a gigantic explosion, and especially that you didn't have Kyle Schwarber tonight. Yeah, he did pitch hit. Kyle Schwarber did pinch hit. But you still didn't have Kyle Schwarber in the first 2 games full of the way, if you know what I mean. Basically just going through this game, not really many chances for both teams. But you go into that bottom of the first, Starling Marte gets the single, and then he eventually steals second base on the Francisco Lindor strikeout. Then you get the throwing error by JT. Even though at this instance, Marte probably would have been safe regardless if the throw was there or not, caught by Bryson Stott. And then in that instance, Marte was going to score regardless on the Pete Alonso single wherever he was. So that Alonso single makes it 1-0, and that's basically what the entire game, the rest of the night. The Mets had a chance in the bottom of the second inning, but then basically from there, 1-2-3 inning for deGrom, 1-2-3 inning for Nola, 1-2-3 inning for deGrom, 1-2-3 inning for Nola, 1-2-3 inning for deGrom, just back to back to back, so many 1-2-3 innings in those instances. Like I said, deGrom had an instance where he retired like 17 straight batters. Same thing with Aaron Nola. Both of those guys were on a completely different level in today's ball game, and it just sucks that one run in the bottom of the first inning from Pete Alonso was the difference maker. But it's a very difficult task to go up against probably the best pitcher in baseball in Jacob deGrom and expect to score more than 3 runs. So I cannot in all right be mad at this loss at all. You were in it the entire way. You had a chance in that top of the ninth. You did. JT Realmuto with a fantastic at-bat. Rhys Hoskins had a good at-bat to draw a walk. Both of those guys did. They both get on base. Sosa comes in the pinch run for Rhys. Both of them steal bases to put second and third for Nick Castellanos. And Nick Castellanos just couldn't come up. He just couldn't come up at all. He had pitches to hit during that at-bat, definitely. He was just missing them. But yeah, it was a battle. This game was an absolute battle. Same thing with yesterday's. Yesterday's game was a battle as well. Phillies come out on that battle. Mets came out top on this battle. I cannot be mad at this loss. I cannot. So now you have a game tomorrow with your ace on the mound, Zack Wheeler, tomorrow afternoon. And the pitching for the Phillies in this series has been dominant. Ranger Suarez matched Max Scherzer yesterday, and Aaron Nola matched Jacob deGrom tonight. Aaron Nola was really good. I just can't get over what Aaron Nola did today. Aaron Nola was really good, and that makes me really confident for Nola going down the line in the months of the late runs of August into September. Overall, it was just a very good 2 games, and you battled. Do I want the offense to maybe put a statement tomorrow on the Mets? Yes, I would love to see the offense do that. I would love to see that. So if I look at tomorrow's game, just to see everything. So we all know we have Zack Wheeler on the mound tomorrow, and then the Phillies are going to be facing Chris Bassitt. He's 9-7 on the season with a 3.39 ERA, 129 strikeouts, and a WHIP of 1.12. Looking at Bassitt's last couple of outings, he went 8 innings against the Reds, 8 strikeouts. Then he went 7 innings against the Washington Nationals, 4 strikeouts. Against the Miami Marlins, he went 6 innings, allowed 4 runs. Padres, 7 innings, 2 runs. Braves, 6 innings, 1 run, 6 strikeouts, 11 strikeouts. So in his past 5 games, he's only allowed 7 runs total. In his past 2 outings, he hasn't allowed an earned run. The game against the Reds, he did allow a run, but it was unearned. So he's basically doing what Ranger Suarez is doing. Hasn't allowed an earned run, basically, even though Ranger did allow an earned run yesterday. But Ranger Suarez, before yesterday's ball game, went on a whole streak of, not allowing an earned run. This is basically what Chris Bassitt's doing right now. So yeah, right now, I can't be mad. I just cannot be mad. Looking at the box score tonight, Bryson Stott gets another hit in the leadoff position. He goes 1 for 4. Rhys Hoskins goes 1 for 3. Alec Boehm goes 0 for 4. JT goes 0 for 3 with a walk. Nick Castellanos, he goes 1 for 4, but he does have 3 strikeouts on the night. Derek Hall goes over 3 with 2 strikeouts. Marsh goes over 3 with 3 strikeouts. Nick Maton goes over 3. He played today for Gene Segura. It was a scheduled day off for Gene. Matt Vierling goes over 2. Kyle Schwarber goes over 1 in the pinch hit situation. And then Garrett Stubbs came out to play left field for Kyle Schwarber in that instance. And the Phillies were winning in this ball game in that stage of the game. Maybe you don't see Kyle Schwarber pinch hit at all. Phillies in this ball game, they go 1 over 2 with runners in scoring position. All of those came in the 9th for the Phillies. They did leave 5 runners on base, but basically they didn't have a runner in scoring position all game long before the 9th inning. So, yeah. Oh, boy. It was a good game. It was a fantastic game. It was a battle. Pitchers duel, very entertaining. Smelled like October baseball between both teams. Jacob deGrom was on another level. Aaron Nola was on another level. Phillies were just a team that wasn't able to come out. The Mets were the team that came out on top in this one. They won this battle. Phillies won yesterday's battle. And now we see who wins tomorrow. Like I said, for the Phillies, you have a really good chance with Zack Wheeler on the bump tomorrow. Your pitching has been dominant in this series. And I want to see what Zack Wheeler has for tomorrow. I kind of want him to go out there and have a good fuck you attitude to the Mets. Playing in his old ballpark against his old team. I want to see him have that type of attitude. Go out there and dominate. And for the offense, yeah, I would like them to have a good game. I would like it. You're not facing the quality of pitchers that you've faced in the past couple of days. It's still no knock on Chris Bassett. He's still a very good pitcher. But I think he is hittable. He is definitely hittable. So this is a chance for the offense to put a statement game on the Mets here too. Even though I feel like these first 2 games have been statements because you've been within the game. And the defense still tonight was really good. Rhys Hoskins had a really good play in that 8th inning to turn a double play on a bunt. Overall, the defense wasn't as flashy as it was yesterday, but it was still very solid overall. Yeah, the error was charged to JT, but in that instance, Starling Marte would have scored on that Pete Alonso single regardless of if he was on second or third base. So that error, it's really nothing in that point. Really nothing there. Like I said, I cannot be mad at this loss. Because when I keep coming to myself, with this stretch this Phillies team has been on, you're going to lose games. You are going to lose games. Overall, your pitching has been really good during this stretch. Your offense has been really good. Your bullpen has been really good. And your defense has been really good. Overall, you've just been playing really good baseball. You go into a stretch this week when you faced 3 of the top pitchers in the National League in Sandy Alcantara, Max Scherzer, and Jacob deGrom. And you won 2 out of those 3 games. I put that a win in the books. It was going to be insanely difficult to beat all 3 of those games against all 3 of those pitchers. And you managed to come out with 2 of those wins. I'm not mad at this loss at all. And if people are mad at this loss, put it in the comment section down below. I want to know why you're mad at this loss. Is it just solely because of the Nick Castellanos chance in the top of the 9th inning? Is it solely just because of that? Because I really can't say anything to the offense when you're going up against Jacob deGrom. I just can't. I can't say that for any team that goes up against Jacob deGrom because he's just that dominant of a pitcher. I can't. Yeah, I know Jacob deGrom didn't pitch the 7th. He didn't pitch the 8th. He didn't pitch the 9th. But the Mets still overall have a really good bullpen. Pitching in this game was just fantastic for both sides. Fantastic. Yeah. Basically, I'm seeing right now in the chat a lot of things on Nick Castellanos. Julian says it right here. Yeah, Nola went the distance in this ball game and got the loss. Yes, donated. Wheeler is on the mound tomorrow. He definitely is against Bassett. I wouldn't be worried about the offense. I wouldn't be worried. They've gone through they went through a stretch when they're playing really dominant pitching. So it's really shouldn't be expecting the offense to go major blowouts. You just can't. Like against the Washington Nationals, yes, you're going to blow out that team regardless because that's how bad they are, because they don't have good anything. But when you went up against Alcantara, you went up against a young, good pitcher in Edward Cabrera, then you went up against Scherzer and deGrom all 4 times in a row. I wasn't expecting anything major from the offense. And they found a way to win, 2 of those games. And you still won that series against the Marlins. So I really can't fault them there. Yeah, exactly, Mr. W. You really can't be mad at all. I expected to lose tonight. We did. I expect to win tomorrow, and hopefully they do. Yeah, you still have a really good chance. Like, I still wasn't worried this entire game. Like, I had that thought deep down in my mind, maybe they'll find a way to sneak out a win. Just didn't come up. Just couldn't come up. Schwarber brings the... I'm not sure if Schwarber's going to play tomorrow. Not entirely sure because they didn't put him in the outfield. So does he pinch hit tomorrow? Are they still trying to be a little bit cautious with that calf? We're just going to have to find a way to see. Got to find a way to see. Ultimate pitching duel, Nola, plain simple, was outstanding, and Nola will get another shot at the Mets next week. Yeah, definitely. The one thing for the Phillies in next weekend series against the Mets, Nola and Wheeler are going to pitch that series, but they're not going to be facing Scherzer or deGrom that series. So there you go. Phillies front office, good game, good pitching, always beats good hitting, bounce back game tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. I can't be mad. I cannot be mad. Good thing the Mets play the Braves for 4 this week. Phillies need to sweep the Reds, and it will make up some. But the Mets, they played a 5-game series against the Braves, and they won 4 out of 5. So I'm not guaranteeing anything right here. Right now, the Phillies, they only need to do is win the games that are in front of them. Don't focus on anything else around you at this point. Accordingly, the Brewers are beating the Cardinals 3-1 on the top of the 10th, and the Nationals are beating the Padres right now on the top of the 8th. So that's surprising, in my honest opinion, right there. So yeah. And here's a stat for you: Edwin Diaz, since July 1st, has only given up 3 base hits. So yeah, it was a tough task right there. I know he was spiking sliders, but still, he's been dominant basically the entire year. He has not shown much of Ed Luz Diaz in this season at all. 10 runs or less for this series is still looking good, Scott says. Braves can't do anything against the Mets. They lost 4 out of 5 to them. Would love to see some long balls tomorrow. This whole series has just been goofy offense from both sides, expecting dominant. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, the Marlins are not a good team at all, but they have good pitching. They definitely do. Calling it now, tomorrow's game will be an 11-9 game. Both offenses are going to be ready to uncork tomorrow. I wouldn't say that just because you still have good pitching on the mound tomorrow and Zack Wheeler's on the mound. I don't expect Zack Wheeler to give up that much runs. Same thing with Chris Bassett, but I would want to see the Phillies offense find a way to get the Bassett tomorrow. Yeah, Syndergaard is going to be pitching Monday against the Reds. Yeah, 3 hits. Yeah, Edwin Diaz has been dominant, basically. Yeah, I just saw the Brewers are winning in the 10th inning. But the Nationals are beating the Padres right now. So that's weird. That is weird. But still, focus on yourself, one game at a time, and we'll see what happens tomorrow with this team. We'll see what happens tomorrow. So I'm going to call it here, everyone. So thank you, everyone here, for joining the live stream. Do not forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I like to see those as always. Do not forget to drop a like on the video. Do not forget to check out everything in the description down below. Painted Lines, BrodesMedia. I recommend it. I also recommend hitting the subscribe button. It goes a very long way. And using the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Use it for any event or Phillies game you can think of, Phillies sporting event whatsoever. It's a great deal. Don't pass it up. So thank you, everyone, for joining tonight, and I will see you next time.